Now, buddy.
Do I? Are they good now? What's up, and welcome to TMZ Sports live stream. I'm Edward Lewis. This is Lucas Widman. The gang's all here. As always, we're in the TMZ Newsroom with, yet again, a great show for you all. We're going to be talking about the gambling probe that rocked the NBA world yesterday and why co-conspirator number 8 in the documents appears to be extremely important to Adam Silver's league.
Then big game for Aaron Rodgers this weekend. Going up against his former team, we're going to talk to a guy who knows him very well about what that matchup is going to be like for him. Speaking of former NFL stars, we're also talking to another ex-NFL player who had nothing but praise for Mike Vrabel.
It's Brett Favre. I talked to Brett Favre.
No, the third one is different.
Who'd you talk to?
I didn't talk to. You have to wait to see the show. You have to keep tuning into the show to see it.
So what I missed yesterday?
Small gambling case. That's about it.
Didn't see that.
Pretty slow day. Michael J, you got any snacks?
No, I'm out of my nerds here. I'm really upset, actually. Yeah, this is...
Two words, really welcome back. 2 words, first one in, last one out.
Oh, only a couple hours away from Game 7. Game 1. Well, Keith's Game 7.
J-Rock, you can take my mic up, please.
Ed loves his hoodies. I mean,
Yep.
I mean,
likes to be comfy.
So here's the deal. Everybody always gives me shh for the attire here. But man,
You're allowed to cuss.
You have to wake up like 5 because if you wake up any earlier, you're just never gonna make it. And then you have to race the office because you got to be here by 6.
Yeah.
And then you're here till at least 3:30 and sometimes even longer now. And it's like, man, if you're not comfortable, it's just not gonna work, dude. You know, it's just.
Is that why you always wear those collars that are incredibly stretched out?
Right. You need the bacon neck to relax.
Does that like help you breathe?
If it's a little too tight, you know, like I've been in here with too tight shirts, you're just yanking. And like normally it's fine if you're like an 8-hour day or whatever. Man, it's a long day, dude. And so like you gotta be comfy. You gotta wear hoodies, you know?
Ed, who's your
hoodie
best friend in
season.
the office,
Yeah.
and who's your least favorite person in the office?
Oh man.
We care more so about the latter.
I can
I
name
can
the
name his
latter.
least.
The least favorite is
Lucas.
Connor Hurley.
Really?
My favorite's probably Birdie. Birdie Mizuno.
Birdie?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Me and Birdie fight every day.
That's my guy, dude. Birdie's a great
He is
fantasy
annoying.
sports manager.
All right, who else? Luca, what you got?
me.
He's only been here like 6 weeks.
I don't even know. I can only name.
We don't even know his name.
like 6 people.
Whoa,
Scared.
Who was the person when you first started over at TMZ where you're like, that person is a jerk? I really do not mess with that person.
I
the
definitely
best part
have
about
mine.
this is you've only been there 6 weeks, so you probably
Yeah,
haven't even
coming
had
in.
time to resolve the issue. So
boy.
this is your time to really air this out and settle it.
Man,
Mine's
to be honest, and I know this is gonna be such a cop-out answer, but nobody really bothered me. Like everyone was pretty nice to me when I got here.
Just give it time.
Dude, this is not the hard-hitting news that we need for the
I'm scared, man.
I know the guys that they want. I'll try to start some beef so I can, have a better answer next time.
You want the tea, Mojo?
Yeah, give me the tea, brother. What we got? I'm not there every day.
I'm gonna pass
here
on this
from
one.
afar.
I'm going to pass on this one. My list changes every day.
True.
No, but to be honest, there are so many great people in this office. It's a pleasure to work with them.
Oh, you're
God,
full
this
of
is
it. I'm
everything.
telling you.
Working with
Honestly,
Keith is
my
awesome.
answer is
Yeah.
anybody who likes the Giants and the
Charles.
Cowboys. That was my. Those are the people that annoy me the most.
La Boutier
What about the Commanders?
is the worst.
Commanders are chill. No, Commanders have been irrelevant for.
They're so bad, nobody
you know,
wants to beef with them.
whatever. It's like, I only show love to the Commanders nowadays.
That was incredibly boring.
You want us to sell out
And
people?
Mojo, who is your
No,
least
Mojo,
favorite and favorite person
my
in
least
WWE?
favorite is the one walking right now, right up here.
Oh.
This man right here
Oh,
is the least.
Uh-oh.
That's the least favorite. Right there.
Uh-oh.
That makes sense, Keith.
He's a bully.
Wow.
Big time.
Not a bully. You're a
Exactly. Anytime,
What'd he say?
Charles.
He was going to call him
Anytime.
another B word.
He doesn't have a mic. Somebody has to tell us what he said.
Oh, Charles is not mic'd up?
Mike not there.
He's
Charles
going
and
to a
Keith
mic.
are always
He is a little
fighting
Mike.
with each other. Always fighting.
Mojo, your biggest enemy in the WWE and your favorite person in the WWE during your time.
I think the biggest enemy obviously goes without saying. I mean, anyone that knows a thing about my career should know who that is from the get-go. Who's my favorite person in the WWE? What, like now, or when I was there,
when
like
you were
as a
in
friend behind the scenes?
yeah, just like who was like the person you were close to when you were during your time?
That's tough to say. All right, I would say. Well, I'll go through who like our riding partners were. So, for those that don't know, you know, WWE, at least when I was there, we were on the road 5 days a week, 52 weeks a year, different city every single day. WWE doesn't, I mean, they pay for your flights, but they don't pay for your hotels and rental cars. So, you know, especially when you're coming up, you're really not making any money, you know? So, like, everyone's living paycheck to paycheck still when you make it to the main roster. So, you would kind of like group up very often and have like your riding partners or whatever. So you would land in city A and you would get a rental car with them. Whoever's playing this video, that's pretty messed up. Also, my hair's come a long way since then, so there's that. And we're matching, Mercedes and I. Mercedes is one of my closest friends, actually. There's an example right there. We spent some time together in Japan. My wife and I flew out there to go support her for her first ever match out there, which was really cool. But back to the point, you'd have riding partners. So you get a rental car, you'd split costs, you'd stay in the same hotel. Some guys would share rooms. We never did that, though, because we were too big. But I would, at one point, it was me and Braun Strowman.
Okay.
For a long time, actually. So that was like, we go out, we work out hard, and then we like go out and find something fun to do. Sometimes it's like go-karting before the show, or you know, popping around and partying afterwards. Great stories there for the Party Pod.
Shout out to Party Pod.
But I also rode with Bray Wyatt and Fandango for a long time, and that was another one that was really, really cool, especially for two veteran guys that have been through a lot and been there a long time, but just had their heads screwed on right. You know, like they weren't guys that would overstress about stupid things you couldn't control, and were able to separate the positivity and the negativity. So those two sets of riding partners were probably my favorites for sure.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that was like the case, like for WWE, to be honest, like the background of it.
I mean, salaries are a bit better now than they were, but back in the day, it wasn't uncommon for people to have like six dudes in a room just to try and, you know, get that cost down.
No, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about that, but that's pretty cool. Or not cool, but I mean, that's like interesting.
Yeah, that part
background.
sucked. That wasn't cool at all.
Yeah, that's an interesting background.
But it makes you appreciate it when you actually, you know, come into your own.
Absolutely. Out of all the TMZ Sports guys, I'd say Babcock gets trolled the hardest. 2 words, that might be true. That might be true.
Hardest what?
Babcock?
Yeah, he gets trolled the hardest, but I don't, you know.
No way.
I feel like Ed gets his fair share.
Only from
No,
Mojo.
he doesn't get trolled the hardest.
Yeah.
Trolled by who?
Apparently,
Derek will sometimes get me.
Okay. Yeah. 2 words wants you to give a good Bray story.
A good Bray Wyatt story?
An Atlanta Bray?
Yeah, I would assume so. 2 words, is that who we're referring to?
Hey, Mojo, what was your most
here's
memorable
a small,
moment?
harmless one that always used to make me laugh, but Bray always had like a million things on his mind. So one of my favorite things to do when we were riding together was I would flip on his seat heater in the summer and see how many times I could do it in a single ride. And I think I got to like 10 times once.
That's actually really funny.
That is pretty funny. The subtle troll. The swamp
Like
ass.
1,000 degrees out, the AC's barely working. Yeah, we tried to get it.
That's lethal. Yeah, that's. My friend used to do that to me in high school, and that was not fun.
Yeah, Steve, let's do it before.
Fried Matrix. Denver Broncos winning it all this year. That's an interesting take.
That's a hot take.
It is a hot take.
Bo
that's
Nix.
They do. I mean,
it's not impossible, but that's an aggressive take.
yeah,
for
it definitely
sure.
is an aggressive take. I mean, I don't know. They're good, but
It's Bo Nix.
it is Bo Nix.
There's really not a favorite, though.
Dude, I think the Chiefs are like the favorite.
No,
right now.
they no.
I know we talked about that the other day, no? That like,
Yeah.
Chiefs are not the
everybody's
favorite.
kind of bad.
I think they might be like now. Like,
We got to see after this week.
yeah. I mean, I don't think they
Before
should
we
be
make
favored,
that
but I'm
decision.
pretty sure they are. Keith, are you ready for tonight? Are you gonna get those push-ups?
Yeah,
You gonna start training over the weekend for your big debut on Monday?
I'm ready. I'm
Do you
actually
do
feeling
push-ups normally?
confident in the Blue Jays today.
Are push-ups a part of your daily life or no?
What'd you say?
Are push-ups a part of your? I'm not even
Are they?
facetious. Yeah. Like,
No, they're not.
have you ever?
It's
I guess
stuck.
you obviously have. like taken a break from push-ups and
It
then
sucks.
done them, the next day, like you can't even like reach for like salt from your cabinet, dude. It's
Yeah,
like,
I'm a little nervous.
if you do a lot of them,
Guys,
you know.
come on. What are we doing here right now?
Mojo wouldn't know because Mojo doesn't.
You're talking about
doesn't
you
break
can't
from the
get
gym.
salt off the shelf because you did push-ups?
Did you not
that
hear what
what
I
you
said?
just
Mojo,
said
do you
that?
want me to
Mojo.
repeat it? I'll repeat it. You're taking my words out of context. I said when you stop doing push-ups for a long time or just working out for a long time, and then all of a sudden you get back in and you do like 50, 60, 100 push-ups, and the next day you can't move.
Dude,
That's what I'm talking
No, I
about.
don't know what you're talking about.
But you wouldn't know. Yeah,
because
you've never taken a day off.
This wasn't built by
You know what I mean?
accident,
Yeah.
Ed. All right, I
Right.
never stopped.
Right, must be
working
nice.
Out, even
Yeah,
when I
you know,
had
It must be
days
nice
off
to have
Mojo.
time to
the
lift
other body
weights.
parts.
I would love to have time to lift weights.
You
You
know what I'm saying?
It'd be great.
No days off, Mojo.
No, what
days
stops you
off.
from just dropping down and doing 50 push-ups in between stories and segs to, give your eyes a break from staring at the screen all day, which is a real thing because my vision has gotten awful since I stopped wrestling and started like working on my phone and a screen for a living. Like that's a real
I
thing.
mean, I
by the
suppose
way.
nothing, but I just don't want to be all sweaty at work, you know?
Bro, you're not gonna break out in a full body sweat if you do 10
You
to
don't
20
know that.
push-ups from time to time.
You don't know that. You don't know me.
Oh.
Aren't you supposed to be some supposed phenomenal volleyball athlete?
Yeah, dude, but like that's the thing. My body regulates itself. It knows
Isn't
when I'm
that
hot.
sport played outside
Yeah.
in the sun,
Shirtless
in the sand, and you're talking about
and
being
small
comfortable
shorts, you know? Yeah.
indoors in the air
I'm in a
conditioning?
hoodie and pants and Vans.
My
here,
younger
dude,
days,
you know?
I can understand what you're saying, Mojo. But now,
Do you know how
I
much
take up
heat
golf.
escapes
I'm
from your
Tiger Woods,
bacon
man.
neck
You take-
shirts?
you took up-
There's
you take
nothing
golfing now?
compressing the
I'm a
heat in,
golfer.
so
Are you?
it immediately
Oh, yeah.
I did
leaves
not
your
know that,
body.
Keith.
Wait,
I've
hang on.
been
We got
trying to get
breaking news from Keith.
better. I've been trying to get better.
Wait, what do you shoot?
I don't know.
Oh, well, then there we go.
gotta
No,
get-
Well, we-
What?
You gotta sign up
I'm
for the
pretty
handicap
good.
He's
stuff.
playing golf.
I'm decent.
What do you usually, are you usually like bogeying holes, like more pars
No,
than?
like I'll.
What's your how
I'll
far
par
do you hit your
view.
driver?
Huh?
How far do you hit your driver?
I can
How many yards?
About 270.
Straight?
Yeah.
Is it straight?
Straight to the
Yeah.
woods?
But sometimes it'll go to the
got a little
left.
fade?
Man. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, the baby fade.
I don't think it's
I'm
big.
I
decent.
think
I got video of me getting the eagle.
You got
at
an
the
eagle?
lake.
Like the putt or like
No, ain't no putting. And
you hold out?
it was a par 3.
so you hole in one.
Yeah.
You
No, I
can't-
got
yeah,
an eagle.
an eagle on a par three is a
eagle
hole in
two.
one.
Yeah, it's a hole in one.
A 2 is a birdie on
Yeah,
a par
that's
three.
Oh
birdie.
no! Wait, is the 2 is a birdie?
On a par 3.
If you,
On a
if
par
you, yeah,
three.
yeah,
A
par 4 would be an
yeah, that's
Okay, it was a par 3
All
then.
right, Babcock's
that's a
going to walk
birdie.
over.
I'll be
Let's,
birdie.
let's get started here.
I think
so
I'm
we can knock
Stephen
out
A.
A1.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
do it.
handicap right now.
Anytime, fellas.
So Babcock is going to
about what I was
welcome,
gonna
walk
go.
over to
Let's go.
Edward,
I like-
and we're talking Chauncey.
I've never
Ball.
taken lessons, so I'm like kind of happy about it, but
Busy
like
man.
I want to like.
Lessons they'll only screw you up, at least in my opinion, dude. Like
All right, Steve, I'm going
they'll
to
tell you to
Edward
fix
Duchenne, and
everything.
then-
They'll make your hands all funny, and then also
You'll
you
go to
can't.
getting
Edward,
into-
no sound or anything, and then Mojo will be in play.
Okay. All right, got it.
Mojo isn't in play.
Mojo in play. Okay. Yeah, let's do it, because I don't have a lot of time. Welcome to TMZ Sports. Babcock here. The fallout from what is truly one of the biggest betting scandals, gambling scandals in American sports history continues. And if you thought things were bad for Chauncey Billups yesterday, of course, Chauncey Billups, the Hall of Fame basketball player who is now, at least now, check back here soon because I've got a feeling he may not be the Portland Trailblazers head coach for long, but things have seemingly gotten worse for the former NBA star. Now, it's not necessarily worse from the standpoint of he's facing more charges. He is facing charges, and he's facing potentially decades in prison, something like 40 years if ultimately convicted. Do I think he's going to do that? No. But I think now there is a connection to Chauncey Billups, Edward, and the rigging investigation, right? Because this is two different investigations here. We've got the poker, which we know he has been charged in connection with. They say that he was there to legitimize the games. He is not charged in the Terry Rozier indictment with the betting on the prop bets and fixing the games, but there's a lot of reason to suspect that he is actually referenced in documents with having done things like give information to his buddy who then would go and bet.
Yeah, according to some court documents that were unsealed after all the guys were arrested on Thursday, he appears to have given some information about the Trailblazers before a game in 2023 to a bettor. I'll kind of explain this. So
a guy who, by the way, is named in the indictment. He is indicted.
That is accused of all this wrongdoing. So he is named, or we believe he is named, as co-conspirator number 8 in these court documents. And I'll explain to you why we think he's named this, because co-conspirator number 8 was an NBA player from approximately 1997 through 2014 and an NBA coach since at least 2021.
Right. You know when Chauncey Billups came to the league, 1997. You know when he retired, 2014. You know when he became a head coach, 2021.
And that's important because later in the indictment, according to prosecutors, that on March 24th, 2023, hours prior to the Trailblazers versus Bulls game, co-conspirator number 8, remember, who is a coach, told a defendant that the Trailblazers were going to be tanking, intentionally losing, in other words, intentionally losing, to increase their odds of getting a better draft pick. Co-conspirator number 8 told the defendant, before news was publicly announced, that the Trailblazers were sitting some of their best players, including player number 1, and if you do the math, which you've already done, we believe to be Damian Lillard. And then the defendant in the case allegedly took that to another bettor, and they bet the game, thinking that the Trailblazers were going to lose. And of course, the Trailblazers lost. So that's...
So look,
it's a lot of evidence.
Yeah, he is not. And again, they don't list Chauncey Billups like Ed said, but there could be a whole bunch of reasons why they don't do that. One, they might not feel like they've got enough evidence to get a conviction ultimately in court. Chauncey Billups could be cooperating. I mean, we don't know. That's the reality. And again, they do not name Chauncey Billups, but it's very clear. If you look at the things they've said, it can be one person, and that person is Chauncey Billups. Now, I actually think, Ed, that this could be more consequential for him because, look, as I referenced at the top of the show, I don't think that Chauncey Billups is likely to coach again in the NBA, especially if he is convicted. But I don't think the guy's going to do decades and decades and decades in prison. But if he is linked to potentially giving insider info to somebody who then went and bet on NBA games, it's a matter of whether or not this guy ever steps foot in an NBA stadium again. Forget being on the bench. Like I said, I don't think that's going to happen. But I mean it. I look at Pete Rose. Pete Rose, and he placed the bets, but he was banned forever. And I could see that happening to someone like Terry Rozier and like Chauncey Billups if they ultimately are found to have done these things. So, Mojo, I think, again, to all's to say this could potentially be worse news than actually yesterday was, despite the fact that in that case, Chauncey Billups facing criminal charges. This is a really, really horrible look for a guy who was an NBA head coach giving alleged inside information to a buddy of his who then bet. Bad.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start here. I don't think I've known where to start here since I've heard all of this news.
It's a lot.
Just, my goodness, there's so much to break down here. I mean, I agree with you. I don't think this dude's ever going to coach again. Now you're looking at how much you might have to pay in fines and penalties, and you're cross-referencing that with potential jail time. And that seems to be the bigger issue than your career being over. I mean, this dude was involved with the NBA a very, 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 very long time. Hopefully he made enough where he doesn't have to worry about going back. Not being able to go back in an NBA stadium, I don't know if that one really hurts him that much. For reference, I had my last match with WWE in 2020. I haven't been to a WWE show since then.
Wow.
Not that I don't want to or support them or anything like that. I watch from home all the time. It's just, I did that for 10 years as the wrestler. I'm not going to go back and watch as a fan. So I don't think that's really, something that's going to hurt him. These other things will. As for giving the information to the bettor, that's where I want to know what's exactly going on. I mean, talking and telling someone that you're going to be tanking games for draft picks, yeah, that is going to be an issue, right? I mean, that is direct money involved. You hear that, you bet the other team, and you just clean up for the rest of the season. It also might cause some major issues in the NBA if there's proof and evidence that he's going out there saying that he's, actively trying to, cost games and things to that. That's a problem. I mean, look, we all know that teams do this. Nobody ever comes out and says this. If you have a bad team, why the hell would you try to win a game at the end of the year if you can get the top draft pick? But that's how sports are supposed to be presented. If that info is other things as well, like, hey, is this player going to play? Maybe there's something to that. There's definitely something to that. But otherwise, I mean, when I was playing ball, people would ask me all the time, hey, how are you feeling? You know, I'd say, I'm feeling great, or oh, I'm a little dinged up, but I'm all right. I'm going to make it through. How's your team feeling? Is everyone up for it? You're always going to get those questions. I don't think those are as severe. Of course, those could be cited in this until we have all of the details, but I would say telling somebody that you're going to tank games, that is a big, big problem.
Why he wasn't charged in this, that he was just letting a friend know. I know there's been some reporting that that LeBron may have given information to Damon Jones about an injury, and then Damon Jones relayed that to bettors, and nobody's accusing LeBron of any wrongdoing by just merely telling somebody, hey, my ankle hurts, I'm probably not going to play tonight. So I think that's perhaps maybe the reason why that Chauncey's not named in this or anything like that. But I agree with you that it's the openly admitting to tanking to somebody that's like not affiliated with the NBA. You know what I mean? Like it's, and I the whole thing just, if it's all true, it's just gross. Like I don't know, there's no other word to put it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's hard to think that it's not true, right? At this point, like you got to think. This is what happened.
For what it's worth, we have Billups and Rozier's attorneys have both come out and like completely denied the allegations. They're going to fight it, but I've read the indictments are long, and I've read some similar court documents, and there's a lot of evidence. I mean, if these text messages are true, and things like that, I don't know. It's going to be.
Lucas and
that's what I'm trying to say.
Cool?
Yeah.
Are you guys cool? We'll skip the second segment for now. We'll do Packers next.
Okay.
So Edward, Lucas, do you want to just welcome back and
they've already been both put on leave and stuff. Like Harvey's.
Do you guys want me in this segment?
Yeah, I don't even have my. Oh, here it is. So
that was
you want to do Friday?
Aaron
Harvey's
Rodgers?
bottom
Yeah,
blank.
so we're going to come in with sound. It's Aaron from earlier in the week.
Okay.
Talking about this not being a revenge game, and he references Brett Favre's revenge game.
Right.
And then whoever tosses to it will toss to Brett. What does he think? Is this a revenge game?
Okay, so do you just want me to take it, or?
If Lucas is there and he wants to welcome back, either way.
You want? Okay.
So we're going to Lucas first?
Okay, yeah, and then me, and then Mojo?
Lucas.
Exactly.
Okay, cool.
Emails equals Slack.
To the next level.
You don't view this as a, quote, revenge opportunity or whatever narrative we want to try to throw out there?
I don't.
How do you view this then? Why not? Well, Brett got traded, and then he went to one of the hated rivals. I was in New Jersey for a couple of years. I don't have any animosity toward the organization. Obviously, I wish that, things have been better in our last year there, but, I have a great relationship with a lot of people still in that organization. And this is not a revenge game for me. I'm just excited to see some of those guys and be on Sunday Night Football again.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Lucas Widman here. That's Aaron Rodgers. And when it's all said and done, you're going to remember Aaron Rodgers as a Green Bay Packer. Well, that's not the team that he plays for anymore, and he's going to be going up against the Packers as a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers this weekend for the very first time as an opponent. So he says it might not be a revenge game or anything like that, but Ed, we talked to somebody who has been in similar shoes before, someone who knows Aaron Rodgers very well.
That somebody is actually who Rodgers brought up in that press conference, Brett Favre. Brett, it's almost an identical situation to Rodgers. He was traded out of Green Bay for a younger quarterback and then came back in 2009 for a massive game when he was a member of the Vikings, and he actually won it. But we talked to Brett about that and about what he thinks Rodgers is feeling, and he didn't necessarily think Rodgers was going to have revenge on his mind, but he did say that Rodgers would be motivated.
I don't know if revenge would be, in Aaron's case, the right word. I think he certainly wants to prove that he's still got a lot of juice in the tank. Now, his departure was a little bit different than mine, obviously. But make no mistake about it, he will want to play the best game he's ever played. And not because he hates the Packers or anything like that. That's not the case. But that's your old team. And, you know, the body of work that he left behind at Green Bay is second to none. And he certainly doesn't want to lay an egg on maybe his last game against the Packers.
You know, Mojo, they can say this up and down, swear that it's not a revenge game or anything like that, but you, as a former member of the Green Bay Packers organization, how do you take this?
This is what you tell the media. Obviously, what you're saying is not what you're meaning here. We used to play that game on this show all the time. Everyone remembers how Aaron Rodgers left the Packers. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't a nice situation, right? It got pretty nasty. Aaron Rodgers was very irritated that he wasn't getting the help that he needed on offense, that he's out there as a multiple time NFL MVP, and they just weren't drafting him the weapons to get to that next level. I mean, this is a guy that was, you know, more or less pretty close, you know, I don't want to say head-to-head with Tom Brady for, you know, best player in the NFL, but he was absolutely in the conversation with him winning, you know, all those MVPs and Tom Brady getting all the Super Bowls. I mean, his whole thing was, I got to win more Super Bowls, right? That was always his big knock. He only has one. You can't win an MVP 4 times and only have a Super Bowl once and then expect to be in the GOAT conversation and all this. So he got really frustrated, and it got to a level where he obviously had to get out of there. He doesn't have any ill will, I got to say, to his teammates, or at least most of his teammates. I got to think here. Teammates get it, right? Like, you're going to have issues with ownership and management. Players are going to be cut and traded. You never hold that against your teammates, right? That's something that you hold against upper management. But when you come back and you get that opportunity to show them how they wronged you and all of these things, you are going to be swinging for the fences. This is going to be an interesting game. I don't know if Green Bay's ever really won in Pittsburgh, but it's 2 great teams. It's going to be in Pittsburgh's house. This one is going to be a ridiculous game. Obviously, Micah Parsons on the other side of the ball. I'm sure we'll talk about that here in a second, especially with Ed on the broadcast here. But I mean, dude, this is going to be Battle of the Titans this weekend, and I can't wait. As if you needed any more reasons to really get after it and take your game to the next level, this is it. But there's no chance that this game is not personal for Aaron Rodgers. No way.
Right, and I agree with you here, Mojo. There's no way. There's at least a little bit of a revenge here, but you got to go the political route, especially if he goes out there and throws 3 picks on the first 3 drives or something like that. Kind of makes it seem a little weird after that point. But, you know, it's all going to go down Sunday, and I'm sure there's going to be a mixture. You know, it's going to be mixed emotions. He's going to love, you know, going up against that former team, and the teammates that he had there. It's going to be nice to see them. But overall, he wants to get that win, just like he wants to every weekend.
Lucas, I noticed you sat that segment out. Or Edward, I mean.
Yeah, you want to talk about how Micah, I just love it too, because I know Micah. Like, nobody knows Micah better than me. I watch him every Sunday.
Nobody knows Micah better than you?
At least in the media. I mean, you know, for every Sunday for 4 years, I didn't miss a snap of that guy's career, and I know exactly who he is. I know he's a dominant pass rusher that evaporates sometimes, especially in big games like Sunday Night Football. He'll wreck the Cardinals on a 10 a.m. Sunday morning, or the New York Giants when they don't have their backup lineman in. But man, when it's a little Sunday Night Football action against the former quarterback, all of a sudden Micah's got a little back injury, or they're double teaming him, or he's being held and they're not calling it.
Sounds like we should put a bet on this and just put our money where our mouth is.
What is the bet? What do you want to bet?
The bet is simple. We're obviously going to do push-ups for it.
No, okay, that's fair. What does Micah have to do?
Has to have a sack.
Okay.
That's what you keep chirping about. He's got to have a sack. If he has a sack this weekend, even if it's a half a sack, that counts.
Okay, that's fine with me.
That's a good bet. How many push-ups?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? If it's a half a sack, we both do push-ups, because I'm willing to do the push-ups just so you also have to do the push-ups.
Okay, that sounds good.
How many total push-ups,
How many
Mojo?
push-ups?
Yeah, how many push-ups?
40.
Consecutive, or are we breaking it up?
Push-ups.
Consecutive.
I was going to say as many as you can do, but you'll probably do 4 and then be like, oh, I'm done. My arms hurt. I can't reach the salt off the top shelf again.
No, I said only after you're taking a break. We had the senator, I don't know, we had a congressman in here doing a push-up challenge for some reason, and I did like 28 or 29 unbroken. So.
All right, here's what I want.
So
30?
We'll go 50.
Okay.
Oh,
Go 50 on command.
But I want
Mojo.
Lucas sitting on your
50.
back,
Oh my God.
handling the comments in the live stream while this is happening.
Mojo.
So, wait, so me sitting on
And then I
50.
want Keith to have a seat in a nice, comfortable position because he's standing all day lugging that heavy camera around. Or maybe belly out on the ground, Keith, with a pillow, whatever's more comfortable for you, just so you can get like right in Ed's face when this happens.
I can do that.
Okay. So what about when Mike doesn't get a sack? We're just gonna let you do 50 push-ups? Like?
No, I mean, I guess I'll have to like log in on my phone because my computer, my work laptop, it's, you know, the thing's set. So I already thought about this. I'll log in on my phone
you're not getting in
so
this
that you
bet.
can get ground level.
Okay.
I also need to see full body because you will absolutely put your knees down like a
Oh
pump.
my goodness. Wow, what an allegation. Also, there can't be equal push-ups here. We're in different weight classes. Like
You're right. I should have way less because I'm triple your weight.
No, you have to do significantly more. You know what I mean?
That's not how that works,
That
by
is
the
definitely
way.
barrel-chested
Body
and smaller
weight
arms.
activities
I have
favor the
longer
lighter,
arms. Look how long my arms are. Look, Mojo, put
scrawnier
out your
guys
arms.
Hey,
like
that's what
you.
they say about
Mojo, put out your
Too
arms.
Tall Jones. He
Put
got
out
the
your
long arms.
Put out your arms. They're not that long. See, they're short. Look, your distance. You only have to do like to go like here to
Are
get
you?
your,
Remember, I'm 3 inches taller than you.
That's
dude.
fair, but here we have longer arms.
Hey, that's Ed
Well,
Too
we're
Tall
gonna prove
Lewis
that
right
over
there.
the stream right now.
Yeah,
This is
what do
how
you
we're
want?
gonna.
Put your
We're just
arm
gonna
out.
go
Measure
like
it.
this. Up my arms are longer. This is
Measure
how
it.
you conduct yourself.
Measure it.
This better not be how you've been writing our stories all these years, man. All right, put his arms up. Yeah, that'll do it for me.
Babcock, all this betting is getting me in the spirit of Eagles-Giants this weekend.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
And I don't know if you noticed my T-shirt, but
What does it say?
it's a little Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley
and a
stepbrothers.
washed-up running back.
Oh.
Well, we'll see, but
See, A.J. Brown's out?
A.J. Brown's out, so that should incentivize you even more. And
I
Shannon,
mean, he's kind of already out.
Shannon, you're hiding over there, but this bet's with you too.
Guy's played like 2 games this year.
What we got for the year? Let's see.
The line's got to have dropped like 3 points.
For the what?
The A.J. Brown being out, but
He doesn't play anyways.
Go ahead. What's your bet?
clearly so excited.
Oh, Babs too.
Yeah, Babs is in this too. So.
Oh, I'm
You're sitting out this
I'm out of it. I don't know if I'm
You
ready
already
to
won his
bet.
bet.
7.5. Yeah, I don't. It must have moved a little bit, but
Well, it had to. I mean, no A.J. Brown. You don't want in on the section?
nah, because the Giants' best corner's hurt. So
Okay.
it's a wash.
Okay. Well,
If Deontay Banks is playing,
Jen,
What
thank
about-
you. It is an awesome T-shirt.
I got a good
that
bet.
is a good shirt.
What about if it,
I got it.
Thank you.
Luca, if you win,
Okay.
Babcock gotta buy you and Shannon gotta buy you your favorite candy. Because it's Halloween.
For Halloween.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm-
I like that.
I will
like
do that.
Vice versa.
So what do we get?
Vice versa. You don't get nothing. No, yeah.
Sound like I need the candy
That
for
doesn't
both
sound
of
like a
us.
fun bet for us.
What was the initial bet?
The initial
The jersey.
is
Yeah.
you gotta wear a jersey on Monday. You gotta wear an Eagles jersey on Monday. Just all you gotta do is walk on the show like I did, sit in the chair in the middle,
Okay, and then
and sit in the shame chair,
Okay.
and then wear the Eagles jersey, and
vice versa.
and vice versa. And,
All right.
All right. Set in stone.
All right, I'm leaving now.
Everybody,
All right.
Shannon fan club. Everybody say bye, Shannon.
Oh, bye guys.
Good. The Shannon soldiers, like you need like the alliteration for your family.
Mojo, speaking, you know how you were saying somebody has to sit on Ed's back for the push-ups. Two
Yeah.
words was saying that for yours, your wife has to sit on your back for the push-ups.
Well, I was gonna do that anyways, but you guys, I was gonna like do it as like a fun surprise kind of thing.
2 words.
I
Yours
was even
ahead of
gonna
the
have her
curve.
hold the baby while doing it. But
That's a good one. That's a good one. Jacqueline, hello. Welcome to the stream. Carol Casey, welcome.
Jacqueline.
Harvey's bottom. Harvey's bottom something. Welcome to the stream. I have a question for Shannon, the Knicks fan. Will Jalen Brunson redeem himself this season and become Jalen Brunson again? I mean, 2 words. It's only been 2. 2 words said, will Jalen Brunson redeem himself? But he got 20 points. You know, it wasn't.
What are we talking about? 2 words?
Yeah, I mean, 2 words. I feel like it's only been a game. You know, he hasn't really had
Yeah,
much
so
opportunity.
there's 80-something games left.
Yeah, he has to redeem himself after that 1 game. Shannon.
Right,
That
there's
was
so many
that was a
games
poor
left.
performance. That was a good game though. They spread the rock pretty well.
And we're
Everyone
gonna
had,
win tonight too. We play Celtics today.
Celtics today. Okay.
Oh my God. Anyway, we're gonna
Jason
win.
Tatumless Celtics.
Yeah, well.
Wait till you play a
Jaylen
red
Brown is
team like
pretty
the
good.
Wizards.
Y'all not beating the
Dude,
Celtics.
you got to stop ragging on the Wizards so much, man. You're killing me. That's my hometown, bro.
Dude,
DC,
so it's
dude.
my hometown too. I was born in DC.
Well, you're letting us down right now. Knock it off. We're a fantastic up-and-coming
Mojo, when was the
franchise.
last time you watched a full Wizards game? And tell
Agent
me
Zero.
the amount of joy that brought you. 'Cause
Agent Zero, when Gilbert Arenas was playing for the Wizards, Washington Wizards.
No chill, Gil. I remember being excited that we were going to get a high draft pick, but the NBA is rigged, and we got the 6th pick
Dude,
and had the
that
worst
thing
odds.
is definitely rigged.
Well, that's like people were saying like afterwards that this was definitely rigged, having the Mavericks get the #1 pick after trading away.
There's
Luka.
no way that wasn't rigged. People even went on record and started talking about that. I think we covered it.
Yeah, I was just not here, just in school, just upset.
Ed put his arms up and he had the story all of a sudden.
Cooper Flag and I have the same reach, you know?
Too tall, Lewis.
Dude,
and
I'm going
Cooper
to show
Flag,
up
one
and I'm
and the
just
same.
going to tower over you on the stream. You keep talking about how tall you are.
No, man.
Are you the tallest person in the office?
Yes.
Probably.
Dude, no way.
I
Come
swear.
on.
Yeah.
Hamilton, come out here.
Hamilton's close.
Hamilton.
I'm going to get Omos to come in.
Hamilton wears. We got to go socks then. I know Hamilton wears those big
Hamilton's like,
squishy
oh,
shoes.
geez, why are you calling me?
They're calling you.
Hamilton, if you guys don't know, he's
Hamilton
one of our,
hates to be called.
Hamilton's one of our IT guys.
He's the only one that's close.
Does he do anything?
Let's see.
Oh my God.
Get out here, Hamilton.
Stream, everybody say hi to
Look out for
Hamilton.
the light.
Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Oh, man, wait.
Make
These
sure
two
Edwards Brown is mad.
giants.
Dude, he's
He's
way
taller
taller
than
than you, bro. He's actually taller than you, for real.
Wait,
You got like
his
8
shoes are a little
inches of hair.
squishier.
Back to back. Back to back.
Oh yeah, he's way taller.
Oh, dude, he's definitely way taller than you, bro. Dude, he's way more jacked than you, too. Oh, my God. His teeth
We got
are
two
way
giants.
whiter than
Squats
well.
yesterday. Babcock got squatted down.
Somebody possibly
Ed squatted.
was out of here.
Squatted me down.
Ed squatted yesterday.
His spine is
He's compressed.
I'm compressed.
You gotta wait for his spine to uncompress before you do that
It's
again.
obviously a Monday thing we need to do.
All right, let's talk about Terry
I'm like
Rozier.
6'3" on Sunday, but then I squat all
He
week.
squats.
Did Babcock hear that there was some suggest that somebody was taller than Ed? Get out of here so quickly to go prove it.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Here
He's
we
the only
go.
one, though. I'll say that.
It was
You
close,
can't
though.
bring out another one.
Very
you know?
close. Yeah, I don't know. Brent, no, right? Brent's
I think I'm taller than Brent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're taller than
Yeah,
Brent.
he's just
my
bigger
God.
than me.
Brent's wide.
Yeah.
Only other person might be Harvey. That's taller than Ed.
Yeah.
Only other person.
Well, Harvey's
If
definitely
you
short.
double them.
Is he?
Yeah. Harvey, then
Harvey's
Charles.
got to be 5'5".
He might not even be.
You know who's short, too? Charles is pretty short,
Yeah, he's
too.
short. He's a short guy.
Look at this picture of Little Bieber.
Those are my favorite pictures. I'm trying to figure out how to do that edit because I want to start something on our socials to post stuff like that. And I thought it'd be funny, like an office thing to like do. Everybody is like the little tiny like heads, or the big heads with little tiny bodies. Those are my favorite. I love seeing those. My favorite one is, have you seen the one of Kyler Murray with like the big head and the one he's just,
Yeah.
it's so good. Wait, I'll find it.
so funny. Okay.
I think Eva in Web Edit has one of Shohei, which is really good.
Boy.
Like just hitting a dinger.
Like this is the one. Have you never seen this one?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
Too fat.
Oh, yeah. I got someone, Ed.
All right.
All right, so Babcock, this is you and
Got like a
Lucas.
6'9"
And Lucas is going to toss to Eric Spoelstra earlier today.
Lucas was sick yesterday. We're very concerned about him.
I didn't say I was.
He didn't even tell me, by the way, so you know.
Oh,
He didn't tell me that he was going to be out.
I was right here.
I got the idea when he wasn't here.
I was right here. I told you, and you're like, oh yeah, we'll
You
see.
said you were-
He's like, we'll see.
But there were two options that were talked about.
And then the other option was unavailable.
There were two options. There was work from home or call out sick.
We're not allowed to work from home.
Yes. You're also not allowed to call out sick and then go get your car done.
Fire me.
Okay, yeah, let's do Terry. Let's do Terry. Okay, and we're tossing this bolster, right? So Terry Rozier in seemingly in a world of trouble, but actually getting some support from his team. Okay. Okay, do you want to toss to it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's do it. Of course, Chauncey Billups not the only person from the NBA who is seemingly in big trouble. Heat player, Heat guard Terry Rozier, also in a world of potential hurt right now, but actually, Lucas, getting some support from people that I did not think he would necessarily get support from, and that is his basketball team, his Miami Heat basketball team.
Yes, the Miami Heat are gearing up to go up against the Memphis Grizzlies on Friday.
Yep.
Needless to say, Terry Rozier will not be playing for them.
No.
But at shoot-around, they were talking about this current circumstances with a member of their team. And while you would think that the players and coaches and staffers would want to distance themselves from him amid these allegations, it was the opposite. You had players like Bam Adebayo and giving a lot of support, talking about how he is as a guy in the locker room, someone that they really value even when he's not playing. And Heat coach Eric Spoelstra also weighed in on this, and he said, look, we're going to have this guy's back.
You often speak about grace and empathy. Your thoughts just toward Terry and what's going on right now as someone you had in your locker room?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we can't comment on the situation, but Terry is somebody who's very dear to all of us. He's had a real positive impact on our locker room and the staff and players alike. And that includes last year when he wasn't in the rotation oftentimes. And, you know, so you send our thoughts and our care for him, you know, as he goes through this.
I am actually really surprised. I thought that you might just get that one piece of the answer where he said, we can't comment on that, and then, hey, let's talk about the game tonight, because let's be honest, Terry Rozier, if he's ever back, it's likely not going to be in the foreseeable future, right? Maybe this gets cleared up and he gets to play again sometime, but it's not going to be anytime soon. I'm really surprised at that, Lucas. And I think it's the common thread that you have heard with Terry and also with Chauncey, to go back to him, that these guys are clearly well-liked. People, their peers, coaches around the league, they like these guys. It doesn't necessarily mean a damn thing for the case. They could have very well done everything that they've been accused of, but for what it's worth, they are obviously well liked by their peers around the NBA.
And as far as it goes with Terry, he said he's going to get his name cleared. So we're going to have to wait for this process to play out.
Say that, because I don't think we've talked about that. They have both since issued statements in a way responding to what's been said and accused.
Right. Both Billups and Rozier said, we're going to let this play out, but we are going to clear our names. We didn't do anything wrong. Terry's attorney said he does not gamble. He doesn't do anything like this, and the truth is going to come out. So as of right now, they're adamantly denying the allegations that are being made.
The only thing I would say, and again, they are presumed innocent. They have not been convicted of anything. Oftentimes, though, when the FBI, when they put years and years and years into an investigation and then there's charges, you would think that somebody like the Federal Bureau of Investigations would have their ducks in a row here. But like Lucas said, they say they're innocent. They say we're going to clear their names. They're going to clear their own names, and we're going to find out here sometime soon. Chauncey Billups did the I wouldn't, I couldn't be so stupid to do something, or would I be so stupid to bet on games?
Anything else about
That's gonna be
you
hard,
want to
man.
air out in front of everybody?
A couple things, yeah.
What's that?
What do you got going on this weekend?
I'm getting my ears pierced again.
Oh, what else?
Where?
Oh, he's getting another one.
My ears.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, but like, where?
On his ears.
You need like a big dangly feathery one or something.
I think so too.
Something crazy.
Me and Lucas got a game against each other this week.
Are you fantasy?
Patriots versus the Browns.
Oh.
But the thing is, I think about like Patriots fans. I don't think of Keith. Like,
What do you think
I
of?
don't like.
You think of
People who are like from New England, Boston, stuff like that. You're just a front runner.
Damn, he
I
said you're a
I don't
fake
respect
Patriots
front
fan,
runners.
Keith.
Oh, okay.
Keith from
Bandwagon
Inglewood.
fans.
That's right.
Inglewood.
California.
You do have to
and I
understand,
am a
Keith,
Patriot fan.
It's not personal, but like I'm from Cleveland area,
area.
And like when people hop on these bandwagons,
I've been on no bandwagon.
It rubs me the wrong way.
I've been at Foxborough many times, and I was a Patriots fan before Tom Brady was playing. It was Drew Bledsoe and Bill Parcells.
But they were a good team before Tom Brady went in.
They weren't that good.
They didn't win a Super Bowl.
They weren't that good. And I've been rolling with them.
I would not call them mid.
They're pretty mid.
When Tom Brady left,
I've seen the records, bro. I'm a historian.
When Tom Brady left, if I was such a bandwagon,
you don't know what you're talking about.
If I was such a bandwagon when Tom Brady left, I would have just jumped ship and went with Brady to the Bucks, right?
Yeah.
But I rolled with them since.
Don't question, Keith.
Don't question that, bruh.
If he was a fan after they started winning, then we could question his fandom because, again, he's a guy from Inglewood. It's like.
Hey, enough of that. I know where you're coming
thousands
from
of miles away.
I know what he's going
no,
with
it's
that.
just it's like
Inglewood.
it's the polar opposite.
That's okay. We got some Inglewood fans that go.
No,
with the
I love
Patriots.
it. Inglewood's great.
Yeah.
It's
it is
just
great.
you don't think of New England and Inglewood.
There's a real correlation somewhere.
No, I'm not saying
anything.
What do you mean by that, Babcock?
I don't know what. Let's move on.
We know
Let's talk about
What a good
Mike
segue, though.
This is the one I'm talking
Keith
about.
just knew we're talking
This is
about
my
Patriots
favorite one.
next. He was helping me out.
This is the best little head. I don't know if you can see this one.
I can see it.
But this is the best one. Is little Kyler Murray. Little
Kyler.
And I don't know what this blog post is about, but the title is Kyler Murray is a big old pouty baby, and that's the first picture. Watermelon Kid, yeah, we stream every day here from 1:30 to 2:30. Welcome, pleasure to have you. Broken BB, welcome. Oh, welcome.
While we're talking about the weekend, though, tell me something I should make.
For food?
Food-wise?
Bake or make or cook.
What should Lucas cook this weekend? Good food, dessert?
I made a pumpkin pie
He's a decent cook.
recently.
I've taught him a lot. He's a decent cook.
He taught me how to reverse sear a steak, and he thinks he showed me how to
Can you make
put salt and pepper on chicken.
a bacon-loaded potato?
Reverse searing is a great way to make. I don't know if you guys have ever done it before. Great way to make a steak.
That is.
Rather than searing it first, you put it in the oven and then you sear it afterwards.
A bacon
Cook
loaded
it perfect
potato?
each time.
A bacon what potato?
Loaded potato.
Oh, I can do that.
What's the
Loaded potatoes are overrated.
What's the thing that
man.
Gordon Ramsay
Really?
made? That's like the hardest.
You don't like them,
Beef
Mojo?
Wellington?
Yeah, you just
Not
make
doing
You
it.
have to add
Beef
like
Wellington.
400,000 calories to it to make it taste
Too hard.
like good.
Too hard.
Otherwise,
What
it's
about
just
a nice pumpkin
not
pie?
interested.
I can do that.
I made a pumpkin pie last weekend. It was pretty good.
You made a
That's early, but
Well, you can have a pumpkin pie. It's the fall.
It's August.
It's a fall, it's a fall
August.
pie.
It's
it said last
October.
week- yeah.
It's a fall dessert.
It's October. You can have pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie.
See, y'all like
which I've never
pumpkin
had.
pie.
You never had pumpkin
I've
pie?
never
You know
had
what's the
pumpkin
best?
pie.
Is that like a?
That's right.
Like
I've never had a lot.
no
I've never
desire
had
to?
any pie.
Have you had
basically.
sweet potato pie?
I've never had sweet potato pie. I've never had
You're
pumpkin pie.
bugging.
I've never had apple pie. Never had blueberry
Wait,
pie.
okay,
never had any
okay, wait.
kind of
Let's
pie.
unpack this. What's that?
I've never had any of it. Here's Lucas. Looks pretty good. Lucas made this.
Oh, hold on.
What do you think? Go on.
Well, what do you
There we
say?
go. There we go.
That's a private picture I sent you.
Oh, I didn't know that. What is it?
Well,
we're
the
too
world
late
sees
now.
it now.
Oh,
Two
no.
word sucker has now seen that
don't
steak.
let
Oh,
that-
no, weird.
That's a nice one.
Broken
Looks pretty
BB,
good,
let's
right?
do dinner.
This was
Hold
short.
on.
This was short rib, braised short rib with mashed potatoes. Yeah, that
Put
looks
it there.
pretty good,
Yeah.
right?
Wait, so why
pretty good.
haven't you had a pie? You just haven't like had
I
a
haven't
desire
had
to have a
anything.
pie?
I've never had mustard. I've never had mayo. I've never
Wait,
had
what?
a tomato. I've never had a salad.
You were
I've never
you just like a
had-
chicken
I mean,
nugget kid?
Yeah, I'm a chicken nugget.
Would you
adult.
like to come from my house for
I
Thanksgiving
really
dinner?
haven't.
Oh my gosh.
I can tell you, look, I've never had so
Come to
many.
my
so many
family's
things.
house for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
I promise you, you will feel
Right.
like in heaven.
No
Sweet
free ads.
potato pie.
Next time you
much
find
as I
yourself
mac and
in
cheese.
DC,
Yeah.
I'll
Corn
talk to my
pudding.
dad, get you a hook up at a restaurant.
Okay.
Go, but you have to try a bunch of new stuff. You can't just
Okay.
go in there and get like a steak or something. like,
I would trust a chef more.
What about Chef Lucas?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Chef Wid.
What would Chef
Chef
Wid, yeah.
Wid.
Boy, our Wid.
What were you
Chef
Chef
Wid.
Wid?
Arwood.
As much as I love to cook, Thanksgiving is hard with like all these different dishes.
Yeah.
We go to, I don't want to do any free ads, but Gelson's has the best like take home and heat up.
Wow.
And then like, so based
So
on
you don't
what
make
they
your
do,
own turkey?
they do like, no. Jim does. Every few years he does a Cajun turkey and it is
You
I
guys
want to ask
talking
Jim how this food actually tastes.
crazy.
But so what you
It
do is
looks
you get the
good.
base stuff. You get
Yeah.
the turkey
mashed
stuffing,
potatoes.
mashed potatoes, all the green bean casserole taken care of, and then you do the special ones that you really care about. You put all your focus on that, and then everything else is taken care of.
Wait, so if you like were like a chicken nugget
Yeah.
adult, you know, like for Thanksgiving, What are you eating the
like
Thanksgiving
chicken.
spread?
It depends. Like
what are you not picking up at the potluck? Like, what are you not loading on the table?
Here, I'll do it this way. The only thing I would have would be turkey, breasts, because I'm a breast man.
Oh. That's a joke.
Flag it.
And I do like turkey too. So yeah, I would have turkey. I'll mashed potatoes. I'll do gravy.
Okay.
And bread. That's it. I'm not having anything sweet potato.
You're not gonna get a little stuffing on there?
No, I've never had stuffing.
Ooh, stuffing's the best part.
Stuffing is the
really.
best.
I've never had stuffing.
Stuffing's fantastic.
I'm not doing like cranberry.
What?
You know,
You're not gonna do no cranberry sauce?
No.
Chef Wood.
Everyone has leftover cranberry sauce after Thanksgiving, right?
Shannon's mad at me.
You don't know what to do with it. Well,
they're making it wrong.
Cranberry brie grilled cheese. Is
that sounds really good.
Cranberry.
Well,
Jim. I keep glancing at Jim to see.
Well, are you doing like the sliced gelatinous cranberry, or are you doing like a cranberry relish? Because that's the difference.
Which one are you supposed? Like the classic is the sliced one, right? Like the jiggly one, right? Okay, that sucks. Yeah.
No, I make. It's this recipe. It's this that I found like 3 years ago. It's called Wayne's cranberry. I don't know who Wayne is, but Wayne makes a killer cranberry sauce.
Bro, you are now removed from this conversation for this Wayne talk.
Wayne is a great cook.
I don't know who he is, but it's a great recipe. Put some apples in it too. It's really good. It is really good.
Seriously, if you don't have cranberry sauce or mac and cheese at Thanksgiving, I'm walking out the house.
Keith, I got
diabolical not to have those.
Keith, every year I get into a big Twitter debate with Torrey Smith and AJ Francis, and we argue about stuffing versus mac and cheese on the Thanksgiving plate. And I always say mac and cheese is not a Thanksgiving dish. They argue the opposite, and stuffing is the best, and they say it doesn't belong on the plate.
This could be a cultural thing.
I agree with him, though.
Right? Is mac and cheese do you consider mac and cheese a Thanksgiving dish?
Yes.
I think it is a Thanksgiving dish. But I think
mac and cheese.
You just trying to get somebody's blood pressure up. Because how you not think that mac and cheese is not a Thanksgiving dinner?
Can we have? So we have a thing.
I'm going to call Torrey Smith and AJ Francis. I'm going to get them on to debate this with us.
We got to do this.
Mojo, I'm a big Torrey Smith fan.
I'm texting them both right now.
Okay.
Hold on.
Real quick. Hold on. Let me show you. Where's the Where's the other one?
Torrey Smith, Super Bowl 52 champion.
So we do. Let me tell guys. I know we got to move on. He's yelling at me.
Sorry, Steve.
Steve's yelling at me in my ear. So we have this. We used to have this thing. We're gonna get back to doing it, where we pick a category, and we each bring in something from that category. So here, this was the jerky off.
The what? The what off?
It's jerky off.
I won that. Wow.
Lucas won this, so they don't have like a beef jerky trophy topper. So we've got like a soccer player, I think, here in the jerky off.
That's a wrestler.
That's a wrestler. Okay, wrestler. First place, Lucas. And here was Ed. Ed won, soccer player. Ed won the chocolate off. Okay, so if you guys get your minds out of the gutter, by the way, I was being serious about what the foods were. I have never won, but I come in last each time.
I lost
the chocolate one was so messed up because Harvey was the guest judge.
Yeah.
And I got Mally's shipped in from Ohio, and he said it tasted like a Kit Kat.
You guys said that my jerky tasted like it was from a casino floor.
Yeah, it was a
Connor
casino
Green
floor.
said that.
Connor.
But no one had seconds.
It was a casino floor.
Where's Connor?
Oh, here we go. Connor's the originator.
Connor Green's the best person in
this
the office.
is the good Connor.
If I had to vote for my favorite, it would be Connor Green.
Hold on, you're not gonna really. How did my beef jerky taste in the jerky off?
It tasted like an ashtray from Las Vegas.
From Vegas, yeah. It was a Vegas floor.
Yeah.
Mojo, I got this like shipped from across the country.
What's your name again?
Kara.
You always like Kara. I'm so sorry, dude. That stuff tasted so bad.
You know, they email me every month now and ask me if I want an order, and I ignore. Spam folder.
It's a waste of
Yeah.
They sent free product to get the free endorsement. It went the other way.
It did not go well for them. So
do not send your product out for free if you know it's bad.
Yeah,
this
it better
is
be
what
good.
happens.
We've done pizza before. Connor Hurley brought in a casserole and won somehow.
For a pizza off?
Yeah. He brought in like some deep dish,
deep
dish pizza. He knew Harvey liked it. Harvey was the judge. It was not. It was rigged.
Yeah, because
you pandered to Harvey.
He did. And that's exactly what Connor did.
Broken BB, we'll see you later. Thank you for jumping in.
He's like, I'm done.
He's like,
terrible.
He said no stuffing is crazy. Gotta be stuffing. I agree. And I agree with Mojo though that like if you're gonna choose between a Thanksgiving, an objective Thanksgiving food, stuffing is objectively more Thanksgiving than mac and cheese.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Absolutely,
with that. I agree with that.
Because you're not having mac and cheese. I mean, you're having mac and cheese year round. You know.
I completely agree with that.
There's a
And you have the photo of what Thanksgiving dinner looks like. The token photos. There's not mac and cheese in it. But
I think stuffing is like like outside of turkey, it's stuffing, 100%.
Yep.
So I'm with you guys there.
But you gotta
like
get some
mac
stuffing,
and cheese
is what I'm hearing.
Okay, all right. Let's do
quick Patriots.
Patriots. Okay, so
Keith's
quick
favorite alleged team.
Okay, so short, Steve. Like, what are we talking? 2 minutes more? 3 minutes?
Yeah.
2
Shorter.
minutes?
We're just save time for you guys to make UFC
Edward
picks.
and I.
Do you still want me in this or no?
Yeah, you and Edward can do it.
I've got a shipping label mixed in with my notes here.
What were you shipping?
I don't know. I think. Oh, it's a return label for a hat.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know why I bought this hat. It says Lone Wolf on it. It's
What
terrible.
the heck?
I don't know why. Do you guys think
That's
I
not your style.
Are you Lone Wolf? I don't know. Should I keep it?
You are a streamer now.
Do you think I keep? Do I keep
should
this
keep
or
it.
not?
Wait, what is it?
Yeah,
$30. What do we think?
Yeah, you should
Lone
keep
Wolf?
it. Hey, tell the chat.
No. Well, you
Tell
don't
the
wear
chat.
hats, do you?
Hey,
Sometimes.
ask the
It's on the
chat.
weekend.
Ask the chat.
Yeah,
They gotta,
all right, let
you
me
gotta
know if
keep
I
it.
should
Do we
wear-
want to see Babcock in that hat?
In this
Monday?
Lone Wolf hat.
In the lone, he's a
Show it to him
lone
again,
wolf,
Babcock.
you know? Have you ever seen Blades of Glory before?
Yes.
You know how he has that tattoo and it's the wolf? He's like, I'm a lone wolf. I ride the pack alone. And he's like, now you've joined you're a lone wolf too.
Yeah, that's me.
You got the hat?
Yeah. Okay. All right, Lone Wolf. Patriots and Browns, like we just said. Okay, we didn't just talk about anything in the... No, we didn't do anything that was Patriots. That was in the stream, right? Okay. And this is his former teammate. Right. Oh, and played for him in Tennessee. Right. That was smart, by the way, Tennessee firing him. Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Babcock here with Ed. The Patriots, they are, I mean, if they're not the best story in the NFL, they're one of the best stories in the NFL, right? I think despite what most people expected, you thought the Bills would be leading the AFC East. No, but it's the Patriots at 5-2. I mean, Drake May is the... I mean, that's to me is the best story in the league right now. I mean, he is playing at a near elite level, if not an elite level. So the Patriots are rolling right now. And again, a lot of people in the NFL, around the NFL, are talking about them. And we spoke with a guy who may one day be a Hall of Famer. He plays a tough position to make it to the Hall, but he was that good. Stephen Gostkowski. Not only was he, of course, a champion in New England, not only did he play with Mike Vrabel, but he actually played for Vrabel in Tennessee before Vrabel was ultimately fired by the Titans. We spoke with Stephen a couple of days before this big Patriots and Browns game, and we asked him about his former teammate and his former coach's success. Take a look.
Well, it's no surprise being a teammate of Mike and then playing for him for a year. He's just a guy that he walks into the room and he commands respect, and guys want to play for him because he's usually the funniest, biggest, toughest, and biggest smartass in the room, and everyone loves him. You know, he knows how to get guys to play for him, and he's just so smart football-wise, and it's good to see after the struggles the Patriots have had the last few years to have a team to root for again. So, you know, it's nice to see all the out there being able to be loud again.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different franchise than it was last year.
I don't know what more Mike Vrabel needs to do to prove the NFL world that he's legitimate, right? I mean, you saw what he did with Tennessee, and now you see Tennessee now.
Right, what a mistake.
And you saw what New England was last year, and you see what they are now. I think a lot of people don't want to give him the credit. When you think of Mike Vrabel, at least when I do, I think of the linebacker on the Patriots catching a touchdown from Tom Brady and being
goofy.
Still
looks like he can play, by the way. I mean, he's still
he has been nothing but a good head coach, and you have to give him credit at some point. That's what Gostkowski's doing right now. I mean, He's legit. He's the real deal.
I'm a Giants fan. I'd trade my coach for him, and I think a lot of fans around the league would probably say the same. He is good. He's a heck of a good coach. And look, the Browns got a good defense. It'll be a big test for Drake May, a good test for Vrabel's offense this week. It's going to be a fun one to watch, but it's a heck of a good story.
Dude, he was one of my favorite players when he played.
Yeah, he's good. It's funny. Him and Campbell. Like, two guys I wouldn't have thought would be great head coaches, but they are.
Agreed, and they don't get the respect they deserve. Like I said, they're just, you remember Dan Campbell was like the bite your kneecaps, wily tight end, like backup tight end throughout the league.
Well, I think there's a difference between looking at a coach as a legitimate head coach and like an elite level head coach. So these guys are both legitimate head coaches, but, I don't know, you got to be in the Super Bowl conversation every year for a while to enter and win some before you get to that elite level.
But it's about as good as it could be.
I mean, for both franchises,
really, yeah.
I mean, he saved Detroit. I mean, his first season, Detroit was absolute. It was awful. I mean, definitely not onto this. I mean,
I think it's a
joined
great
New England, and they're playing pretty well right
away.
Look
how hard it is. Like, I think culture. It matters so much. I'm not doing this to troll Lucas, but look at the Browns. They've had guys that can play, and I mean, look at Baker,
with the Giants
right?
Too.
Yeah, it's the same way with Daniel
Giants
Jones.
Roster.
Yes.
You saw they beat the Eagles. They were up 30-6 on the Broncos, or 20-6 on the Broncos. Like they should have beaten the Cowboys. Like they could be 6-1, but their
and look
coaching
at
is
Daniel
bad.
Jones goes, and he's playing at an MVP level. I'm not convinced that's going to. Sustain, but I think culture matters, and it's not just if you've got good players or bad players. It's bigger than that, and losing begets more losing, and winning does the same thing. So, but you just need someone that can break that. That's why it's so I think shocking what Dart and Scadaboo have done so far with the Giants, kind of like broke that whole model. But right, go Browns.
Like, when you guys talk about that, it's just the facts, Like, I don't take it.
No, I'm not even trying to troll, because I know you might think I'm trying to troll you. I'm not.
No. Like, it's way beyond that. Like, this is the facts.
Two words. Where's the TMZ World Series watch party at? My TMZ World Series watch party is going to to be in my garage, I think.
Couch. 2 words. Baseball's done for me. I'm done with baseball.
You better one.
This is bad. I hope it keeps going extra innings forever.
When your team's out of it, you don't.
No, not just that,
anymore.
but last year the Dodgers beat the Yankees. I'm a Yankees fan. The Dodgers obviously beat the Yankees in the World Series. This year, the Blue Jays, first they're a division rival of the Yankees. They beat the Yankees, and then they trolled them. Remember, the Yankees lose. Remember all that? What did he say? What did the manager say? Something bitches.
Start spreading news, bitches.
Yeah.
Pop the
and
cork.
then the Aaron Judge NBA YoungBoy walk-off song.
That's great.
Act like you've been. They haven't been there all that much, so I guess.
Oh my God.
I guess
it's so rich
when
for
you've done it 27 times. It's like, it's kind of ho hum.
I'll never forget when I was watching like a compilation video of the best calls for like Cleveland sports history.
Yeah.
And you were dogging me, being like, "So you guys have to act like you've been there before." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" Because after every single win, he's like, Yankees win.
John Sterling.
Yeah.
What a legend, John Sterling. What a legend.
If you want to be factual, John Sterling did not call the Yankee games this year. Why are we trolling him now?
Yeah, I know. I think this was a few years ago. But yeah, John Sterling he never missed a game for a very long time. And Yankees win. If you
it's
want
good to
some
make
fun to do,
quick UFC picks.
Yes. Okay. Let's do it.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're gonna come in we're gonna hear from Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gahn.
Okay.
And then everyone will make their pick. Quick, 2:30 with a goodbye.
2:30 with the goodbye.
And you have sound coming in, so that's like 40 seconds of it.
Okay. All right. Great. We'll be real quick. What do we want to go through, Steve? Here.
Go Edward, Lucas, Mojo, and then Babcock. You'll wrap and say goodbye. Have a good weekend.
Got it. Okay. We got some college football. We got UFC. We got a bunch of things going on. It's a really good sports time right now.
Yeah.
World Series.
The Equinox is this weekend, I think.
It's a bunch going on.
Sunday will be the sports Equinox.
What a disaster for the NBA, though, to start the season like this. Oh,
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. It's bad for all the sports leagues, too. You see, the NFL sent a memo to all their teams.
Yeah.
Hey, don't forget, guys, don't bet. This is
And talking about all these prop bets makes me want.
Are they sending it to hockey?
I know, it's really making me want to bet.
Are they sending it to hockey?
Hockey, I don't know. Hockey.
The WNBA.
I don't know. Can you bet on hockey? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I want to play some prop bets on Naquan Tomlin.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, real.
Say.
Edward, you said.
You first.
Fight with me and Cyril has definitely been simmering for a number of years since we both first got in the UFC. It's been around 5-6 years now. And I think it's happened at the right time, to be honest. I think if we would have fought each other when we were kind of unranked or lower down the rankings, it obviously would not have been such a big fight as it is now. Now we're fighting for the undisputed heavyweight title, which is great.
I did my best camp of my life, and I'm going to take this fight like I never did before. And because I know he's a big challenger. He's a big challenge for me, and because I really want this belt.
For me, talking's one thing and fighting's another thing. So as long as I'm fighting and I'm in there, people are going to watch.
Welcome back to TMZ Sports, UFC 321, just a day away. The days of John Jones, of Stipe Miocic ruling the heavyweight division, those days are gone or nearly gone. And, well, Tom Aspinall and Cyril Gane, they are the new crop of young heavyweight fighters, dangerous guys, powerful in their prime. And they're about to fight each other in a fight that was probably a few years in the making. They were always on a collision course for each other. Question is, who wins this fight and who is heavyweight champion on Saturday night? We're going to give you our picks here. Edward, what do we think here? We going Tom Aspinall, Cyril Gane. Who wins UFC 321?
Gut says Tom.
There we go.
That's all I got.
Tom Aspinall. Lucas Widman, who wins?
Aspinall. My answer is the same against every opponent except for John Jones.
Okay. All right, there. So we got two Aspinalls, Mojo. Does Mojo see it differently?
Do I think Aspinall is going to win? Yeah, but I'm taking Cyril Gane anyways because the betting odds are in my favor, and there's been a lot of talk about sports betting
All
this
right,
week.
Chauncey Billups.
So in honor of that, I'm flipping the script. I also refuse to agree with Ed on anything, so give me Cyril Gane.
Terry Rozier picks Cyril Gane.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, let me know who they're betting on because I'm going to take who they're putting their money on.
Allegedly, no convictions. We kid.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Here, like we said, Aspinall is the favorite. Aspinall's younger. He's the champion. I think he's more well-rounded. These guys are such great athletes, both of them. They're huge men, but boy, they can do things that like you would expect from someone 100 pounds lighter. I think it's going to be a fun fight. I would not be shocked if Cyril Gane won, but with that all said, I'm going Tom Aspinall. So Ed says Aspinall, Lucas says Aspinall, Mojo says, hey, I think Aspinall, but for the sake of the show, I'm going to pick Gane. I say Aspinall. We'll find out on Monday who was right, who was wrong. We've got a bunch to talk about. Aside from the UFC fights, we've got college football. We've got a bunch of big NFL games. Have a great weekend. Be safe. We'll see you on Monday.
I like Cyril Gane in this. I can't
You
lie.
like Cyril Gane?
I do.
I honestly would not be surprised. He is such a good athlete.
He is.
You know what happened, Mojo? Steve was showing me earlier videos of Cyril Gane playing basketball. This guy looks like he could be in the slam dunk contest.
No, he's a freak athlete.
Yeah. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Mac McClung's next opponent.
Yeah, I'd honestly rather say
Save the
that.
dunk contest.
He, for a guy that's like, he's got muscle on him. I was shocked to see him doing the things that he was doing.
I just think Cyril Gane can take a hit, and I think catching a punch from him will do a lot more damage than the other way around. But granted, obviously he's not technically as good of a fighter as Aspinall.
Probably not. But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
But I always like seeing the power hitters, get in there
Me
and
too, the
just go
heavyweights
at
are
it.
the
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you know what? I like watching too. I like the middleweight division, 185. And,
That's a good one.
Yeah, because those guys are big, but not a lot of fat. They're fast. They're strong. It's good. It's fun because, like we said, Stipe obviously is retired. John Jones, if he fights once more, maybe two more times, he's going to be gone soon too. And now you've got to, who carries the mantle, right?
Who's next?
Right.
Who's
the
after
next
this
guy?
one? Who's the winner getting?
Yeah, right. The world moves on, and the same thing too, Mojo. With Conor McGregor, obviously, does Conor fight again? I think maybe once more or so. Maybe he doesn't. But his career obviously is mostly behind him. Who are the next guys?
My favorite's
I feel like
the
he's
BMF.
going to take one more fight, Connor.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
I feel like we also don't have to force it. Like everyone keeps like wanting to find the next Conor, the next John Jones and stuff. It's like
that's why
let it
I
happen naturally.
That's why I enjoy watching. Like I love all like the the weight classes and stuff. But that's why I like BMF because I think BMF is the most fun because those guys like literally just will go in there and just beat the out of each other. And it is like, because that's like when I watch UFC, it's like like grappling and all the technical stuff is like cool.
You're not too
and all,
much into that, right?
But like I like when like oh my gosh, why was his name spacing me right now?
Justin Gaethje.
Went from Hawaii.
Max Holloway.
Yeah, when Holloway and I forget who was fighting in that. Just pointing there.
Gaethje.
Yeah. It was Gaethje. Yeah, it was awesome.
Those are the best. So it should be fun. We'll see who wins the fight. Whole card's good.